Listening is one of the most important skills when you are learning a new language. It helps you understand what others are saying and allows you to communicate better. For those who want to learn English, having strong listening skills is essential. Good listening skills help you follow conversations with friends, teachers, and coworkers. They also allow you to enjoy movies and music much more. In today's world, many people speak English. It is used in business, travel, and everyday life. Because of this, improving your English listening skills is a key goal for many learners. However, some learners feel lost or frustrated. They may not know how to practice their listening skills or feel like they are not making any progress. When you first start learning English, listening can feel hard. You might hear words that sound fast or difficult. Sometimes, people use slang or speak in different accents. These things can make it hard to understand. However, with practice, you can improve your listening skills. In this video, we will share effective ways to improve your English listening skills. These methods are based on research and the experiences of many successful learners. We will explain each method clearly and give you simple tips to make your practice easier and more enjoyable. First, we will discuss how listening works in our brains. Understanding this process will help you see why practice is so important. When you listen, your brain works hard to connect sounds with meanings. This is why it takes time to get better at listening. You need to train your ears to recognize different sounds and words. Next, we will share specific ways to practice listening. These methods will include active listening, using different listening materials, and repeating what you hear. Active listening means paying close attention when someone is talking. You should not just hear the words, you should think about what they mean. You can practice active listening by listening to podcasts, watching videos, or talking with friends. You will learn how to choose the right materials based on your level. It is important to pick things that are not too easy or too hard. If something is too easy, you will not learn much. If it is too hard, you might feel frustrated. Finding a balance is key. Additionally, we will provide extra tips that can help you become better at listening. This includes joining language exchange groups or finding conversation partners. You can also use apps designed for language learning. These activities can make learning more enjoyable and engaging. Talking to real people can give you confidence and improve your skills. By using these methods and tips, you can improve your English listening skills over time. With regular practice and the right strategies, you will find it easier to understand spoken English and enjoy the language more. Let's get started and explore how you can make your listening practice fun, effective, and rewarding. Listening is a complex process that involves several parts of our brain. When we hear sounds, our ears send signals to our brain. These signals travel to different areas that help us understand what we are hearing. This process is important because it allows us to make sense of language. The first step in listening is hearing the sounds. Our ears pick up sound waves from the environment. These sound waves then convert into signals that travel through the auditory nerve to the brain. The brain's auditory cortex processes these signals and helps us recognize different sounds, including speech. Once the brain identifies sounds, it connects them to meanings. This is where understanding language becomes more complex. Different areas of the brain work together to interpret the sounds we hear. For example, the left hemisphere of our brain is often more active when we listen to language. This part of the brain is responsible for processing words and grammar. Understanding language also involves memory. When we listen, our brain pulls from past experiences to make sense of what we hear. This is why context matters. If you hear a word you do not know, your brain will use the surrounding words and your past knowledge to help you guess its meaning. This connection between hearing and memory is essential for language learning. Listening also requires focus. We must pay attention to the speaker and block out distractions. When we actively listen, we engage our brain fully. This means we think about what the speaker is saying, ask questions, and try to connect it to our own experiences. This kind of active engagement helps improve our listening skills over time. As you practice your English listening skills, remember that improvement takes time. Your brain needs time to adapt to new sounds and words. The more you listen, the better your brain becomes at understanding English. With practice, you will find it easier to follow conversations and enjoy the language. In the next section, we will explore specific methods to practice listening effectively. These techniques will help you become a more confident and skilled listener. To improve your English listening skills, it is important to use effective practice methods. Here are some useful techniques that can help you become a better listener. 1. Active listening. Active listening means fully focusing on what the speaker is saying. It involves paying attention to the words, tone, and emotions. To practice active listening, find a quiet place and listen to audio materials without distractions. You can use podcasts, audiobooks, or English songs. Try to understand the main ideas and details. After listening, summarize what you heard in your own words. This practice helps reinforce your understanding and memory. 2. Varied listening materials. Using a variety of listening materials is key to improving your skills. Listen to different accents, speeds, and topics. This exposure helps you get used to the many ways English is spoken. You can listen to news reports, interviews, or even TED Talks. Choose topics that interest you, as this will keep you engaged. As you listen to different materials, take notes on new vocabulary or phrases that you find interesting. 3. Repetition. Repeating what you hear is another effective way to practice. When you find an audio clip you like, listen to it multiple times. On the first listen, focus on understanding the main ideas. On the second listen, pay attention to specific details. On the third listen, try to repeat the sentences out loud. This technique helps improve your pronunciation and comprehension. 4. Use subtitles or transcripts. When watching videos or listening to audio, using subtitles or transcripts can help. Start by listening without them to test your understanding. Then, use subtitles to follow along. This method allows you to connect spoken words with written text. It also helps you see how words are spelled and used in context. 5. Join language exchange groups. Joining language exchange groups or conversation clubs is a great way to practice listening. You can meet native English speakers or other learners. These groups often provide a relaxed environment to practice speaking and listening. Talking with real people helps you become more comfortable with spoken English. By using these effective listening methods, you will gradually improve your English skills. Regular practice will boost your confidence and make understanding spoken English easier. In the next section, we will explore how to choose the right materials for your listening practice based on your level. Choosing the right listening materials is crucial for improving your English listening skills. Using materials that match your level helps you learn more effectively and boosts your confidence. Here are some tips on how to select the right materials for your practice. 1. Assess your level. Before you choose materials, it is important to assess your current listening level. If you are a beginner, start with simple conversations, children's stories, or basic podcasts designed for language learners. These materials usually use clear language and slower speech, making it easier for you to understand. 2. Gradual progression. As you become more comfortable, gradually increase the difficulty of your listening materials. Move from beginner to intermediate levels by listening to news articles, TED Talks, or interviews with slower speech. This gradual progression allows your brain to adapt to new sounds and vocabulary without feeling overwhelmed. 3. Find your interests. Choose topics that interest you. If you enjoy what you are listening to, you will be more motivated to practice. Whether it's sports, technology, travel, or cooking, selecting materials related to your interests makes learning enjoyable. You can find podcasts, YouTube channels, or audiobooks that focus on these topics. 4. Use different formats. Explore different formats to keep your practice fresh and engaging. Listen to various types of content, such as podcasts, radio shows, movies, and audiobooks. Each format exposes you to different speaking styles and vocabulary. For instance, watching movies can help you understand everyday conversations, while podcasts can improve your ability to follow discussions. 5. Set realistic goals. Setting realistic goals for your listening practice is important. Decide how many minutes or hours you want to listen each day. You can start with short clips of 5 to 10 minutes and gradually increase the duration. Setting goals helps you stay consistent and makes tracking your progress easier. 6. Review and reflect. After listening to a piece of material, take time to review what you heard. Write down new words, phrases, or expressions. Reflect on what you understood and what you found challenging. This reflection process will help reinforce your learning and guide your future practice. By choosing the right listening materials and progressing at your own pace, you will see improvement in your English listening skills. The next section will focus on how to set effective goals for your listening practice to help you stay on track and measure your progress. Setting effective goals for your listening practice is essential for making progress in your English skills. Goals help you stay focused and motivated. Here are some tips for setting and achieving your listening goals. 1. Be specific. When setting goals, be as specific as possible. Instead of saying, "I want to improve my listening," try setting a goal like, "I will listen to a 10-minute podcast every day for 1 month." Specific goals give you clear targets to aim for, making it easier to track your progress. 2. Make it measurable. Ensure your goals are measurable. For example, you could aim to listen to 3 different audio materials each week. By making your goals measurable, you can see how much progress you are making. It also helps you stay accountable to yourself. 3. Set realistic goals. While it is good to challenge yourself, make sure your goals are realistic. If you are a beginner, listening to a 1-hour lecture every day may be overwhelming. Start with shorter audio clips and gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable. Setting realistic goals prevents frustration and burnout. 4. Create a schedule. Having a schedule can help you stay consistent with your listening practice. Decide on specific days and times to practice listening. For example, you could set aside 20 minutes every morning to listen to a podcast. A routine helps make listening practice a regular part of your day. 5. Use the SMART framework. Consider using the SMART framework for your goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be a better listener," you could say, "I will listen to 2 TED Talks about technology each week for the next month." This approach ensures that your goals are clear and structured. 6. Reflect and adjust. After a few weeks, take time to reflect on your progress. Ask yourself if you are meeting your goals. If not, consider adjusting them. Maybe you need to set smaller goals or change the types of materials you are using. Regular reflection helps you stay on track and adapt your practice as needed. By setting effective goals, you can enhance your English listening skills and stay motivated throughout your learning journey. In the next section, we will explore additional tips that can further support your listening practice and help you become a more confident listener. In addition to the methods and goal-setting strategies we have discussed, there are several extra tips that can help you enhance your English listening skills. These tips can make your practice more effective and enjoyable. 1. Join language exchange groups. Joining language exchange groups is a great way to practice listening in real-life situations. These groups often include both native English speakers and other learners. You can practice listening to different accents and speaking styles. Engaging in conversations allows you to experience spontaneous speech, which is different from structured audio materials. Look for local meetups or online platforms to find language exchange partners. 2. Use technology. Technology offers many tools to help you practice listening. Language learning apps like Duolingo, Babbel, or Memrise provide audio lessons that can improve your skills. These apps often have features that allow you to listen and repeat phrases, which is great for building confidence. You can also use YouTube to find channels focused on English listening practice. Many channels offer lessons tailored to different levels. 3. Listen to English music. Listening to English songs is a fun way to improve your listening skills. Choose songs that you like and focus on the lyrics. You can start by reading the lyrics while listening, then try to follow along without looking. Music can help you learn new vocabulary and understand different expressions used in casual speech. 4. Watch movies and TV shows. Watching movies and TV shows in English can be very helpful for listening practice. Choose shows or films that interest you and watch them with subtitles. This allows you to connect spoken words with written text. As you become more confident, try watching without subtitles. You will notice improvements in your ability to follow conversations. 5. Practice shadowing. Shadowing is a technique where you listen to audio and repeat what you hear right away. This method helps improve your pronunciation and listening comprehension. Choose short clips, like news segments or dialogues, and try to mimic the speaker's intonation and rhythm. Shadowing helps train your ear to catch different sounds and improve your speaking skills. 6. Stay consistent. Consistency is key when it comes to improving your listening skills. Make a commitment to practice regularly, even if it's just for a short time each day. Over time, these small efforts will add up and lead to significant improvement in your abilities. By incorporating these additional tips into your practice, you can make your listening journey more enjoyable and effective. In the next section, we will summarize the main points discussed and encourage you to put these strategies into action to enhance your English listening skills. In this video, we have explored effective strategies for improving your English listening skills. We began by understanding how listening works in our brains and the importance of actively engaging with spoken language. This foundational knowledge is essential for recognizing that listening is a skill that can be developed with practice. We then discussed specific methods to enhance your listening practice. Active listening was highlighted as a crucial technique, emphasizing the need to focus and engage with audio materials. We also talked about the importance of using varied listening materials, such as podcasts, audiobooks, and news broadcasts. By exposing yourself to different accents and topics, you can become a more versatile listener. Next, we focused on how to choose the right listening materials based on your current level. Assessing your abilities and gradually increasing the difficulty of the content is vital for maintaining progress. Selecting materials that interest you makes the learning process enjoyable and helps keep you motivated. Setting effective goals for your listening practice was another key point. We explored the importance of being specific, measurable, realistic, and time-bound when creating goals. Having a clear plan and consistent schedule can help you stay on track and measure your progress over time. We also shared additional tips, such as joining language exchange groups, using technology, listening to music, watching movies, and practicing shadowing. Each of these activities can enhance your listening skills while making the learning experience fun and engaging. Now that you have these strategies, it's time to put them into action. Start by assessing your current listening level and selecting materials that suit you. Set realistic goals and create a consistent practice schedule. Remember to stay motivated and enjoy the process of learning. Listening is an essential part of language acquisition, and with dedication and practice, you will see improvement over time. Embrace the journey, and don't hesitate to explore new materials and methods. The more you practice, the more confident you will become in your listening abilities. Thank you for watching this video. We hope these tips inspire you to enhance your English listening skills. Happy listening!